Jai Shriman Narayan. Jai Shriman Narayan. Jai Shriman Narayan. I pay my obeisances to my spiritual master, Srimad Jagadguru Sudarshan Acharya Maharaj. I pay my obeisances to Lord Sri Ramanuj. I pay my obeisances to our Purva Acharyas. I pay my obeisances to our 12 Alvars. I pay my obeisances to Mother Lakshmi, and I pay my obeisances to Lord Sriman Narayan. I welcome all of you here physically at the Sri Narayan Dham in Durban, South Africa. I welcome those that's watching this discourse locally, nationally and internationally, and I welcome in advance those that's going to be watching this discourse when it is posted on YouTube and the various groups from around the world subsequently. We welcome Lord Ram and all the cosmic administrators that took part in the epic called the Ramayana 2 million years ago. Lord Ram appeared on this planet 2 million years ago in Treta Yuga, and for many years the West, through Christianity, distorted this absolute truth. However, science and scientists have found the Ramayana to be real, the story to be historical, and the absolute truth. There exists that bridge that was described in the Ramayana with floating rocks, and the West made a mockery of this. However, that bridge still exists today. Botanists from India traced Valmiki's description, geographical description, botanic description of the Ramayana, and they did a study, and 2 million years later they found the botany to be correct in all the locations. In the Ramayana, the elephants are described as 4 tusks. Ramayana, elephants are described as 4 tusks. And when Arjuna went to Yamraj 5,000 years ago from the epic, the Mahabharata, he saw 4 tusked elephants at the abode of Yamraj. I'm just connecting scientifically and historically the absolute truth. This satsang is only about the absolute truth, nothing else. There's no gray areas in this satsang. In my teachings, there's absolutely no gray areas. There are no myths, no figures that did not exist, no stories that did not take place, no history that was concocted. My discourses and my teachings got no perception in them. No perception. There's no make-believe in anything I do or say. I'm not here to appease you, and I'm not looking for devotees. It is up to you if you want to become a devotee. I am a brand ambassador for Lord Sriman Narayan. I'm a brand ambassador for God. I am marketing the absolute truth of the Supreme Lord. Not looking for followers, not looking for devotees. I'm not looking for disciples. I'm not looking for your food, not looking for your money, I'm not looking for your chocolates. I'm not looking for your bribery. I need nothing. I need nothing. It's what you need. It's what you need. I am here to deliver God to the loyal, to the faithful, to the truthful, to the honest. If you do not come with those qualities, or if you do not reform yourself and attain those qualities, you wasted your petrol, your time, and your energy coming to me. I can't do a quick fix for any situation. I can do the right fix for any situation. When you come to me, you must be ready to accept the absolute truth. And the absolute truth is the most bitter medicine that you take. You remember when you used to go to the doctors and take their medication, and when children may take that medication, they spit it out. You have to put a sweet in the mouth and then give them that medication. Unfortunately, I don't have any sweets. I have to give you the medication as it is. And the truth is very, very bitter. Baby, acknowledge. Truth is absolutely bitter. You must be man or woman enough to acknowledge the truth. That's my job. My job is to convince you how to acknowledge the absolute truth. So I'm coming from the military. I spent 10 years in the military. I've been through a lot of training, and I've stated on many discourses previously, I underwent the fourth most rigorous military training in the world in 1986. Then I was in the police force. I did investigations as a director in a law firm. I had several businesses, and I left a multi-million rand business enterprise to sit here on this chair. So I've had everything. I need nothing from nobody. I rejected millions of rands to be a guru. All of you understand? So I want to keep it small, and I want to keep it simple. I want to keep it devotional. I don't want to put an extension until all of you all are purified. You think that's fair? Yes. I'd rather have 60 unpurified aspirants, clean them up, doesn't matter how long it takes, and then extend this building to take 120. You think that's right, Bruce? Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't include you in a prayer. Maybe you'll do the closing prayer. Alright, Bruce, every time he comes to the ashram, he's a changed man. I don't know which culture he's following now, which tradition he's following now, and which political party he's following now. But he's showing oneness. Bruce is proving oneness. So Bruce, we are happy to see you here today. And your wife. We would have been more happy if you brought Mom along. Alright? I remember, Bruce, you and Mom and wife attended many of our functions. It turned it into interfaith. We are the original interfaith. Our interfaith was used by the ANC government to get recognized in the G20, that which you and I participated practically in. But your brother that you met in the church is now trying to steal our interpret. Alright? With no experience in interpret. And this is what Diwali is about. This is what Diwali is about. When the demon wants to steal from the Supreme Lord, then we celebrate Diwali. Who wants to steal from the Supreme Lord? The demon. The demon wants to steal from the Supreme Lord. Demon never has a world of his own. The universe belongs to the Supreme Lord. And always the demon wants to take something or own something from the Supreme Lord. And Diwali is about the demon wants to steal prosperity. The demon wants to steal prosperity. Everyone is always losing his or her prosperity. Yes or no? Tell me how many of you have been successful through prosperity from the day you were born until you are listening to my discourse. How many of you have been prosperous without your prosperity leaking out of you in every aspect? Prosperity is not only money. Prosperity is relationships. Prosperity is health. Prosperity is employment. Prosperity has many dimensions. And always there's a demonic force that is trying to rob you of your prosperity and take you to darkness. How many of you have experienced that? That no matter what you try, no matter how much you pray, no matter what you do, there's a dark hand over you, trying to remove. Vasan always comes in this part of the satsang when I speak of Ravana. I think this is the 10th satsang that I had. I can pull out references from YouTube that Vasan walks in as soon as I speak of the demon, Ravana. He just manages to walk. And I remember in Kampara, how many of you were in Kampara when I spoke of Ravana and Vasan stole a briefcase and ran out of the hall? I don't know why, Vasan. Is it coincidental? People are getting frightened, Vasan. Well, you can't have Diwali without Ravana. No Diwali, no Ravana, no Diwali. Okay? So this is what Diwali is about. Putting your focus in your life where there is darkness. Everyone have a different shade of darkness. Every human being has a different shade of darkness. May it be in a relationship, may it be in money, may it be in health, may it be in insanity, may it be in mental illness, may it be in psychological illness. There is darkness in every human being, all parts of the world, in every religion. In every religion. You can't teach Islam in a church, can you? You can't teach Christianity in Judaism, can you? You can't teach one religion in another religion, can you? But you can teach spirituality in all the religions, can you? So I can go to a mosque and give the same teaching. I can go to church and give the same teaching. I can go to to a synagogue and give exactly the same teaching, because I'm teaching spirituality. I'm not teaching religion. I'm not teaching religion. I'm teaching spirituality, and spirituality is the base and conclusion of all religion. If you are a faithful Christian, if you're a faithful Muslim, if you're a faithful Jew, if you're a faithful Baha'i, if you're a faithful Buddhist, whichever religion you belong, if you are 100% faithful, you will collapse into spirituality. Yes or no? Yes. You will collapse into spirituality. If you take your religion faithfully, you will collapse into spirituality, because you were born in spirituality, you got this religion, and you collapse back into spirituality. That is the job of religion, to teach you spirituality. At the end of religion, you have to become spiritual. I'm teaching you spiritual from the base. This discourse can be listened to by anybody. Which religion does not have demonic possession? Rose, you put your hand up. Are you in a new religion that don't have demonic possession? Because I know you keep evolving. All. So all have to have the same solution. Yes? So what is the solution? Who opens the door for the demons to enter your house? You. Who gives the demon the key to enter your house? Trisha, you give any demons any keys to enter your house? Live experience. Alright? Because she smiled when I said it. See? Smile. So you the first association with the demonic force, the principal association is between you and the demon. Because I told somebody just now that my security force, I'm a security company. I am a security company. And if you affiliate yourself to this security company, the demon cannot even blink at you. As soon as the demon blinks, we got all types of detectives and weaponry. We got all types of weaponry, airborne. We got soldiers around your house. We got soldiers around your car. We got soldiers around your wallet. Nothing can touch you. The Acharya Sham Ramanuj, Security Services. Alright? All types of guns. As soon as the demon looks you in the eye, my security company got you covered. But you have to pay your installments. No security company works for free. You have to pay your installments, and your installments are in your loyalty. Your installments are in your loyalty. If you are loyal, my security company activates. It can see even in the night. Infrared, also those images, green images in the night, my security company can see everything. Alright? So, all that is needed is your loyalty and your faith. And you can only have one security company at a time. Does it make sense? If you have blue security and if you have grey security and you have a panic and one thinks the other went and the other thinks the other went, what happened to you, Bruce? Why? Because you got two security companies. Whenever there's two or more, there's a problem. Yes or no? But if it's only one, then its dedication to you is 100%. If it's two, then its dedication to you is 50%, because You have two, that means you are loyal to two entities. And if you have three entities, that means you'll have three security companies. My security company will guarantee you the 33 and a third percent. That other 66 and 2/3% you are vulnerable. I can't guarantee you another entity that you are loyal to that's going to secure. Do you understand? I can't. It's impossible. Does it make sense? If you've got three security companies and each of them guarantee each other, is it possible? So similarly, your loyalty have to be based on only one entity. One entity. And that is the problem. You see, the Kurukshetra war in the Mahabharata. Chapter 1. Let me read it to you. Then as Arjuna looked on, he saw standing there fathers and grandfathers, teachers, uncles, brothers, sons, grandsons, and comrades. Don't think the ANC invented the word comrade. You can see it's coming from the Bhagavad Gita 5,000 years ago, alright? So you all can also call yourself comrades. It came a long time ago. You can see, Bruce? Father-in-law and dear friends in both armies. When Arjuna saw all these kinsmen in array, he was filled with deep compassion and said these words in despair. In what he said it in? Despair. When a man is in despair, what it means, Bruce? He is depressed. He is frustrated. His hands are up. He cannot do anything anymore. He gives up. Verse 29, my limbs are weakened. My mouth gets parched. My body trembles and my hairs stand erect. The bow, Gandiva, slips from my hand and my skin is burning. I can stand no longer. My mind seems to reel. Verse 31. I see, Krishna, inauspicious omens. I foresee no good in killing my kinsmen in the fight. 32. I desire no victory, no empire, no pleasures. What have we got to do with empire, Krishna, or enjoyment, or even life? 33. For those whose sake we do desire empire, enjoyment, and pleasures, stand here in renouncing life and wealth. 34. Teachers, I want you to listen very, very carefully. Teachers, fathers, sons, and also grandfathers, uncles, father-in-law, and grandsons, brothers-in-law, and other kinsmen. These I would not slay, though they might slay me, even for the sovereignty of the three worlds. How much less for this earth, O Krishna? If we kill the sons of Dhritarashtra, what joy will be ours, O Krishna? Sin alone will accrue to us if we kill these murderous felons. So I don't want to read any more. But when this war was fought in Kurukshetra, in spiritual science, everything has two meanings. A gross meaning and an esoteric spiritual meaning. Gross meaning is he killed his cousins and family members who were on the demonic path. That is the material meaning, that is the physical meaning. That's a meaning anyone reading the Bhagavad Gita will understand. But there's a spiritual meaning, and I'm a spiritual master. It's my job When I say master, I don't mean great. It's a title. I'm a spiritual master. My job is to give you the spiritual meaning. And the spiritual meaning is that Arjuna is now saying he doesn't want to fight because if he fights, he's going to lose his culture. He's going to lose his grandparents. Let me read it. Though these people whose minds are over, verse 38, greed, see no evil in the destruction of a clan and no sin in treachery to friends, why should we not learn to shun this crime? We see the evil of ruining a clan, O Krishna. Would the ruin of a clan perish its ancient traditions? And when traditions perish, lawlessness takes the whole clan. When lawlessness prevails, O Krishna, the women of the clan become corrupt. When women become corrupt, there arises intermixture of classes. This mixing of classes to hell, the clan itself is destroyed, for the spirits of the ancestors fall degraded, deprived of the ritual offering of food and water. By the sins of the clan destroyers, who bring about intermixture of classes, the ancient traditions of the clans are destroyed. For those whose clans are destroyed, dwelling in hell is ordained, O Krishna. I'm going to come back and explain all of this. And then the Lord says, whence come on you this despondency, O Arjuna, in this crisis? It is unfit for a noble person, it is disgraceful, and it obstructs one's attainment of heaven. Verse 3, yield not to unmanliness, O Arjuna, it does not become of you. Shake off this base faint-heartedness and arise, O scorcher of foes. So this is where I come in. This is where I enter the scene. This is why I was born, Nirali, for chapter 1. My entire birth deals on chapter 1. Everything about me deals with chapter 1. Because if you read the Acharya Sham Ramanuj Foundation Constitution, I am here to eradicate the confusion in Sanatana Dharma. Is that not in my constitution? Yes. I am here to eradicate the confusion. Sanatana Dharma means Hindus. I am here to eradicate the confusion in Hindus, performing cultures, performing rituals, performing traditions. I am here to remove that. And I'm coming with the license. Where's my license? I just read my license. What Lord Shri Krishna said? Why are you despondent? Who is talking to? No, he's talking to the confused Hindus. He's talking to the confused Hindus through Arjuna. He is saying, you are unmanly. You are unmanly. Supreme Lord is telling Arjuna that you're talking about rituals, you're talking about your grandfather's cultures, you're talking about your great-grandfather's traditions, you are despondent, you are unmanly. What the Lord is saying? Who is saying this, the Guru or the Supreme Lord? Has it been confirmed scientifically that Lord Shri Krishna is the Supreme Lord of the world? Has it been confirmed? Yes. Did he sink? Did the Supreme Lord sink his city, Bruce? In the Mahabharata, 5,000 years ago, the Supreme Lord, before he left, he is not a Hindi Lord. Lord Krishna is not for Hindus. Krishna means all attractive. Don't you think the Supreme Lord should be all attractive and not simply attractive? What does the word all signify? All attractive. What signifies? That no one can be more attractive than the Supreme Lord. Is that a true description of the Supreme Lord? Can anyone give the Supreme Lord a name? No. Because if you give the Supreme Lord a name, then you limit in the Supreme Lord. Is the Supreme Lord limited or unlimited? Unlimited. So Krishna from Sanskrit to English means all attractive. Ram from Sanskrit to English means the source of all pleasure. Don't you think the Supreme Lord should be the source of all pleasure? So it got nothing to do with Hinduism. Got absolutely nothing to do with Hinduism, and Ram is not a name. It's a description of his attribute. Ram is a description of his attribute, and I researched and I found the word Ram in every scripture. In every scripture. Okay, maybe tomorrow I'll show you that the word Ram exists in Zoroastrianism. The word Ram exists in Judaism. The word Ram exists in Christianity. The word Ram exists in Islam. And the word Ram exists in Sanatana Dharma. I can show you this evidentially. And Ram means source of all pleasure. So Ram is not a Hindu god. Ram is creator god, an incarnation of Lord Narayan. Narayan means, Bruce, how many times you heard me say Narayan? Many times. And I touched you in your dream a few times. You also said Narayan. Yes or no? For sure. Alright? So Bruce also said Narayan. Narayan means the source and goal of living entities. Is that not a description of the Supreme Lord? Source and goal of all living entities. Does that not describe God? See, in my speech, I don't give God a name, because you cannot give God a name, then you're limiting Him. But you can give His attributes, and I've given 3 attributes: Narayan, Ram, and Krishna. He is a creator God, whether you like it or don't like it. I'm not saying you, Bruce, I'm saying you. Whether you like it or don't like it, I'm talking about the creator God. I'm talking about the creator God. That God that created you, me, and this universe. I'm talking about that God. And these are His attributes. These are His attributes. I'm going through His attributes. So He had a city called Dwarika on the coast of Gujarat in India. And 5,000 years ago, when he was leaving, he sank his city off the coast of Dwarika. And about 15 years, 20 years ago, Indian divers from the Navy, they were looking for something else when they found the city of Dwarika. And they got artifacts, they brought coins, they brought pottery, and when they carbon dated it, scientists I'm talking about now, corroborating what happened in the Mahabharata, they found these coins to be 13,000 years old. Alright? So I'm giving you scientific evidence that this person who's speaking in the Bhagavad Gita, and he says, I am your creator and I am the creator of the universe. He says that. Alright? In no other religion has God appeared on planet Earth and said, I am your creator God. No religion. Because it's the same God that appears in every religion. So when he came at creation, he does not have to come in every religion and say that. Because he already came at creation. He already gave a constitution at creation. And he said at creation that who follows me with faith and calls me whatever name I will accept and be in that name. So if you call him Christ, he will accept. If you call him Allah, he will accept. If you call him Yahweh, he will accept. He already said it here. Chapter 7, he already said, whoever calls me. So Christianity is 2000 years old. Creation is 155 trillion years old. Can you see the difference? Judaism is 4000 years old. The Creator God appeared 155 trillion years ago. And you came with him there. I don't know how many times you had this Rastafarian hair in 155 trillion years. But there's been many, many, many incarnations. Both me, you, and every entity on this universe. We've all been continuously for the past 155 trillion years. So whatever is here in the Bhagavad Gita, it has to be the truth, because scientifically now we found that city of Dwarka, and the Prime Minister has made it a tourist destination. So Bruce, maybe when I bless you again, you got money, you go to Gujarat, you take your wife, just two of you, it might be costly. And you know the Indians, if something is 40 rupees, if they see you with your Rastafarian, you might pay 40,000 rupees. Right? You know the Indian story. So you need a lot of money to do scuba diving, go on there and find this city. But it's available to the world, because God does not have to hide anywhere. God's truth must not be hidden anywhere. And that bridge that I told you, you can go to India and take a plane to Sri Lanka, and the bridge is there between India and Sri Lanka. You can check that. And that bridge was made 2 million years ago, and it is there. So it is scientifically, historically concluded that whatever I'm teaching you is the absolute truth. So yeah, Lord Krishna is saying, and this is the esoteric meaning of the Bhagavad Gita, because if your grandfather taught you a culture which is not the absolute truth, what you have to do to that culture? You have to kill it. You have to... Bruce, I can't hear you. Yes, thank you. Bruce is willing to... So if the culture is not culture, and to go in hand, does culture and truth go hand in hand? Culture is a way of life that society makes at a particular time in their life. Like when the Indians came as sugarcane slaves. When the Indians came in 2 shiploads, they were promised, and I'm saying this with love because my family also came from there. When the colonizers, when the Britishers told them in India, come to South Africa, we're going to give you a sugarcane farm. You think they were the brightest of people in India at that point in time? Who would jump in a ship, leave his entire family for a sugarcane farm in a foreign land? I'm saying, if you all are at Durban Harbour just now, I'll send all of you all. I'll hire a bus, and there's a MSC park there, and they say, Bruce, jump in this ship here. I'm taking you to a land, you're going to be very, very rich. Will you jump in the ship?
Not a chance.
You all heard Bruce? Say it louder.
Not a chance.
Right. Anyone else will jump? Person? They see they sending you in a company, it need 1 million aircons. Will you jump in the ship?
They're calling you.
So they're calling you. You understand? Who will jump? We got many people in the harbor begging for food, puzzling for something. And if they operate on the MSC, because these ships at that point in time, 1860, must have been MSCs, isn't? Of that time. So who you think jumped in those ships? How much of spiritual knowledge do you think they had? From 20%, how much of spiritual knowledge do you think they had? Tisha? Logic, let's use logic. Baby class, Yajvan's logic. And we're missing Yajvan today. He has measles. So it will be over by Wednesday. This is the first satsang he has missed. And I don't think he's very happy. Alright, now you show him this part of it. Okay. So he's 6 years old. So let's think as 6-year-olds now. Let's not be our age. Alright? Let's use common sense. We're not going to jump in the ship. Those people that jumped in the ship wasn't right yet. I'm saying this with love. And my family tree also emanates from there. So when they came to South Africa, instead of getting land, they became slaves. What do you think they invented just to keep their sanity? They created their own culture just to keep their sanity. And today, so-called Hindus in South Africa, if I ask you why you doing that, you will say because my grandfather did it and because his grandfather did it. But there's always a true ship. There's always a true ship. Very low motivated people would have jumped in that ship, yes? So you carrying their culture, when they traumatized when they landed here? When they traumatized? Are you carrying their trauma if you're still following their culture? Because they created a culture out of trauma. They created a culture out of trauma. But still they were sharp, Bruce. Because in between the sugar cane, they planted herbs. And in between the herbs, they planted greens. Poisons. Alright? The same white man who made them slaves, they went and sold them their fresh vegetables. Using their land, their fertilizer, their water, and they make a profit. A traumatized state, and Indian knows how to make it. You can see it in Bruce. Google. The CEO of every major corporation in the world is an Indian. They know how to get there. Alright? But let's get back to culture, because now we need to bring culture and the truth. Culture, truth. Let's talk about culture. Bruce, do you cut your nail at night? Why? Bad luck, or you're afraid of your wife? So see, it even went into your culture. Alright? not to cut nail in the night. Scientifically, is there any such thing as bad luck, good luck when you're cutting your nail? If you go to the hospital and you need an op here and the doctor cut your nail, will you die through bad luck? No. Why don't we cut our nails at night? Because in those years, we used to harvest rice and we used to keep rice inside tons of rice inside our dwelling. So Bruce, when you cut your nail, how can you compare it to rice? To make sure your nail didn't mix with the rice, Bruce, they told you it's bad luck. They told you it's bad luck. That's your culture. Is it the truth? Do you understand? Then, in our Hindu culture, when somebody died, they say you must eat boiled food. Bruce, your culture? No. You are just not it. In our culture, boiled food and I think saltless. Alright, I'm not too sure. Okay? Because those days they had no mortuary. So if you died, they kept you in one room. And we had coal stoves. So if you put coal in the stove and cooked a good meal, Bruce, hot piping meal, what will happen to the body? It starts stinking. So in our culture, they said when somebody dies, you must eat boiled food from outside. People must give you food from outside because they can cook in their house, the body is in your house. But what we're doing today, we're following a culture which has no significance. We're following a culture which has no significance. Then, you see when the hearse is taking the body in the cemetery, from the time it leaves home, in some cultures, they carry a bag of rice and they drop the rice along the way. You notice that? Rani, you partook in some rice throwing along the way?
It's quite small for my father.
Okay, alright. But the reason rice is being thrown along the way, because in those days there was an abundance of rice and we used to take the body to a specific, there were no funeral cemeteries. We should take the body to a specific place to cremate the body. Those people that arrived late, if they didn't know how to get there, we didn't have WhatsApp, cell phone, all these things weren't there. So we used rice, because it was in abundance, we spread it along the way, not even 1 kilometer, just down the road there. And we buried you. So the people came late, they just followed the rice and came to the funeral pyre where the body was being cremated. But what our people are doing? 20 kilometers to the cemetery, they put in the hand out and they throw in rice. Who's going to follow that rice? We got top cars now. You never sat in a Jag in your life, but when you die, you're going in a glass top Jag. You're going in a glass top Mercedes. You understand? And today funeral is no more it has that compassion that somebody has died. It has become a celebration. Everyone is competing with the next person to have the best funeral. When you walk into a funeral, you see the deco, I see the deco and I get a shock. I stop going to funerals. You understand? Look what it has done. Now this is the new culture. Then let's be realistic now. You know, I'm going to be a little bit harsh, but let's be realistic. So your great-grandfather, what toilet he used? You went in the bush. If you are so loyal to the culture of your great grandfather, why are you sitting in a comfortable toilet in your en suite? Why you don't follow? You must be loyal in everything. Don't pick and choose your loyalty. Loyalty got no picking and choosing. Why you don't go? Naveen, your grandfather is not happy with this discourse. Are you understanding? Some of you have worked for over 20, 30 years in one company. Very, very loyal to that company. Huh? You had braais with the boss. Maybe you had 1-2 hot waters with the boss. And maybe you had 1-2 greens with the boss. And maybe you had 1-2 rocks with the boss. Everything is happening now. You was loyal to your boss. But when another company doubled your salary, what happened to your loyalty? You understand? If you was working for your father's friend and you got a double salary, will you still be involved in your custom? That's my father's friend. It's our custom, it's our culture, it's our tradition. Or will you go and work for somebody else?
You work for somebody else.
If you're a Hindu and you got a big business deal with a Muslim, is a Muslim part of your culture? You got a 20 million rand contract. Will you be loyal to your great grandfather and his culture and only follow people from the culture, or will you grab that Abdul's contract? Are you understanding? For everything else, we don't care about our culture. Tanya, your grandmother told you don't wear short skirts, don't go to nightclubs, don't drink, don't smoke, don't swear. I'm not saying that, I'm talking to all the Tanyas, right? There are many Tanyas in this universe. I didn't see any of them saying, hey, I'm loyal to my grandfather's and grandmother's culture. Yes or no? I'm driving this point home. I'm driving this point home that culture is a temporary part of society that evolves timelessly. That evolves timelessly. 100 years ago, when I was a guru, what top and bottom you think I should be wearing? One piece of cloth. I see these India gurus, they know how to sit. No underpants, no briefs, no nothing, just one piece of, and they can tie it fast. And they can cross the legs, and you can't see anything. I'm saying this with love. I'm saying this with love. 100 years later, now I'm swanky. The culture has changed, and I have changed with the culture. Culture is temporary. Spirituality is permanent. Understand this part. So when I teach, you'll have to fight with your grandfather, you'll have to fight with your uncle, you'll have to fight with your brother, you'll fight with your sister. Those who follow in culture, you're going to be at a crossroads with it. Yes or no? You know what to do? She had to kill her sisters, kill her brothers. She managed to salvage one brother. Yeah, but you got taken. But You have to kill the custom that your family is following. That's what Lord Krishna is saying. Yeah. When you take that gun, this is not the physical war. We are in an ashram here. Can you see Kurukshetra anywhere? Then that inner instruction is those you are attached to. Those that you are attached to does not want you to pursue the absolute truth, then they have to be of a demonic nature. They have to be, because there are only two types of people in this world, divine and those people that's going to hold you back from the absolute truth. You have to kill them. Trisha, don't go home with a bush knife. And then I'll see a police van come here, then you tell the investigating officer, I was instructed by my guru. Alright? No. You have to start detaching from their way of life. Do you understand? You have to start detaching, because culture is not the truth. Your creator is the truth. All of you understand? So many people are in the Bhagavad Gita chapter 1. Bhagavad Gita chapter 1. You come to the Bhagavad Gita, you come in chapter 1, then you go away like Arjuna. You start shaking, you start sweating, you throw your weapons down and you say, no, I'm going to retain this culture. I'm going to retain my culture. I'm going to retain all the wrong teachings. I'm going to retain everything that is wrong. I can't have a problem with my parents, my grandparents, and even teachers. They talk about teachers. Teachers here who taught you the wrong thing. The venerable priests, they don't care what they teach you. As long as you put your money there, as long as they're making their 2,000 rand. These priests that come and do kata and jandas and funerals, they make 10, 15,000 rands a Sunday. About 2 months ago, I saw a beautiful Kia, sports Kia, 2 doors, come down my driveway. And I said, hey, who's this lighty came to see the Guru? Who's this? Young lighty came to see the Guru. I just saw an orange shawl over him. I saw an orange shawl over him and I ran to him. I said, hey, I'm so happy to get a young lighty aspirant. When he opened the door, he was a priest older than me. Older than me, coming in a sports Kia 2-door. He earns 10 to 15 grand a weekend. Rose, I can give you his details. You can call him for a prayer there. You just say Om, and you check in his time here, because the next Om you have to make in the next house there. You understand? Because he got 4 sessions on a Sunday. You understand? So these people are making a buck. So they'll tell you what you want to hear, Rose. If you tell him, priest, can I drink brandy every Sunday? He says, yes, my boy, you can have brandy every Sunday. That's the right drink for you. Don't have Smirnoff. And then somewhere else he goes, he says, Pandit, can I have Smirnoff every Sunday? Yeah. You have Smirnoff, don't have brandy, you go off. You understand? People appeasing. Yeah, there's no appeasement. Yeah, it's absolute truth. And I always ask anyone, we live on many channels and many platforms. You can contact me on comments and ask me any question and I'll give it to you live. I'm not going to go there and seek one answer from under that carpet and that carpet and that carpet. I'm a self-realized, God-realized Guru, and I know the absolute truth. I know it from all the Vedic injunctions, and I can give anyone, anytime, even 100 people simultaneously can ask me anything and I'll give them any answer at any time. Now I'm saying this not to you, Bruce. I'm saying it to the world. This is broadcast around the world, all right? And I think TikTok, we have the highest followers. From all anyone on TikTok, well, before this session ends, anyone want to ask me any question, I will answer live here, all right? So, this is a laboratory of spiritual science. This is a laboratory of spiritual science. And I think, Bruce, you can confirm Guruji's birthday. I told you I'm going to give you something big. Did you get something big from the Guru? No, I know the story, but did you get? You got? You got life. Alright? Remember Bruce came, he had a heart problem. Yes, Bruce? You came straight from the hospital? How many days? Or the same day?
2 days, sorry.
Yeah. Bruce came 2 days, he had a heart problem, a big one. I touched his heart. Bruce, I hope you didn't come on Valentine's Day. But his heart is pumping like a 16-year-old. His heart is pumping like a 16-year-old. Alright? So I don't want to mention, but everyone who's seated here is a testimony. No one is here because they like this Guru.
We're not sure.
No, Bruce? Oh, you're okay. Besides, Bruce. Alright, you're all testimonies, every one of you. And that's how it should be. I am here not for the realized soul. I am here not for the God realized soul. I am here for those that have to realize God. I can't teach spiritual science to saints, can I? What's the purpose of me teaching spiritual science to saints? I must teach it to those who are not saints. And I myself in this lifetime had a cameo role, not as a saint. I had a gun. I had a gun. And I used to go to the mortuary and see where the bullet went. Your wife is shocked that the Guru that set your heart in motion was also putting bullets through hearts. That's the best place to put bullets into the military. Man, you understand? So I wasn't a saint, but I did it legally. I was a military man. Whatever I did, everything I did in my life was principled and legal. What has all that got to do with Diwali, Nirali? Because I am here to take your negative energy away. And tomorrow. This is the significance. Man is made of energy. There's nothing else in you beside energy in different form. Your eye is an energy, your ear is an energy, your nose is an energy, your hand is an energy. Everything in you is energy in different shapes. Then you get two types of energy, negative energy and positive energy. I am here to take away your darkness. But I take away your darkness through knowledge. I take away your darkness through knowledge. I give you knowledge, and if the penny drops, the day the penny drops, that's the day you must know all your problems are over. I will continue giving you knowledge. Tanya, don't think the penny drops. Guru knows when the penny drops. Tanya is smiling, hey, penny dropped a long time ago. I'm okay with no, Tanya. Guru hears the penny dropping because there's a big space in there, Tanya. Don't think it's full. Big Space, yeah. When the penny drops, I'll hear the cling. There'll be like thunder on planet Earth when Tanya's penny drops. Okay? So when the penny drops, and it's hard for the penny to drop, it's there for 155 trillion years. It's lodged in that confusion. In that confusion, Bruce, that penny is, it doesn't even look like a penny anymore. Can you see the amount of work the Guru got, Bruce? Not easy. But I have to start, I have to take a small pickaxe, go inside your brain and start knocking that penny, making sure I don't hurt you in the process, you know. Right? And you're talking about the penny? Are you discussing the penny? Are there any questions? Any questions? So that is the job of a guru. No magic. No magic. Simply change your consciousness from material to spiritual. You see, there are three modes in nature that impels you. In nature, there are three modes that impel your mind. Mode of goodness, mode of passion, and mode of darkness. So, goodness, mode of passion, and mode of darkness. Mode of goodness is where the Guru tries to bring you, so that your mind is impelled positively. Mode of goodness is that impulsion that your energy is positive. In that mode, there is no illness. In that mode of goodness, there is no illness. You can have less energy, but you can't have illness. Mode of passion is a mode of attraction and mode of attachment. Mode of attachment. When you are attached to your wife, when you are attached to your money, when you are attached to your car, when you are attached to your children, that is a mode of passion, mode of attachment. Now remember, when you are attached to anything, your vibration is very, very low. Why is your vibration low? Because you chained yourself. You understand? There's a fan blade that's spinning. When you attach, you take something and attach it to the blade, what will happen to the spin of that blade? It will go slow. When you are attached, your vibration is slow. When your vibration is slow, your attraction to the universe is slow. What you can get when you in the mode of goodness, in 5 minutes, you can get that in 15 years in the mode of attachment. And in the mode of darkness, you can never get it. You understand? So you need to free your attachment from your wife, from your children, from everything, and take that attachment and attach it to God. Very difficult if I say it like this, but I want to explain it to you. Every morning you go on your knee and you say, God, I surrender my entire business, health, wealth, and family to you. I surrender. Shivashni came for the fireworks because her vibration, Shivashni is fireworks. And she came for, that is her vibration, her attraction. You see, her timing attracted her for the big fireworks because she herself is a reservoir of fireworks. Those of you who know Shivashni. You know, many times when I sit on the seat, when I see Devashni, I feel like running out. I don't know what's going to happen next. You understand? So let me explain attachment. Attachment, how to attach and how to detach. How to detach. Every morning when you get up, take your wife or your husband, your children, your business, take everything and surrender it first to your Guru. If you have a Guru, you don't have a Guru, just surrender to the universe or God. But it is nice to do it through a Guru, because a Guru is a broker. Guru is a broker, Guru is a debt reliever. Guru is many things, Bruce. Guru is many things. When you surrender your will to God in the morning, you attach to anything that happens during the day. Even if your factory gets burned down, and if you surrendered it to God in the morning, you must say, God, my factory got burned down through your will. I know you've taken away all the bad from me, and very soon you're going to replace me with good, because I've surrendered my will to you. Then the next thing you do is have gratitude. When you follow in a Guru, gratitude to the Guru every morning. I saw a beautiful post of gratitude by Nirali. You all saw it? Yeah, that's how it should be. That's gratitude. She gave proper gratitude. She wasn't afraid to go out and tell the world that I'm giving gratitude to my Guru for the miracle that he has performed in my life. So that's how every now and then you should be giving gratitude. You don't have because when you give gratitude, your vibration from your soul is electromagnetic. It is electromagnetic. It is over 500 times greater than your brain. That gratitude reaches God. If you want to call God the universe, call God the universe. That magnetic energy from your heart attracts magnetic energy from the universe, and your life starts to change. Manifestations start taking place when you give gratitude. See how easy it is. Some people bust coconut, some people bust pumpkin, some people sit in a oven for hours and hours. But just by giving gratitude, the real work starts. Satish, the men's room is not working that side. I'm taking this side. Just by giving gratitude every morning. Thank you, Acharya ji. My life is going well. Not 100%, but it has started into something. Don't have to wash face, don't have to bath, don't have to go in a prayer room, don't have to light anything. Just in your thought and your mind. Gratitude is very important. So you only have to do two things, Bruce. Go down on your knees and surrender your day to God. Don't take it back. Most of us surrender ourselves in the morning, then midday we take it back. Don't we? Don't take it back. Just surrender yourself and leave it to the will of the Supreme. And continue giving gratitude. See, we're supposed to have a big firework display now, but it's raining. Can I get upset with God and say, I brought all my devotees, we're supposed to have a firework display. Sherwin bought fireworks for 1,000 rand of all the people in the world. 1 grand he spent. It's raining. I'm still giving God gratitude because when we go out to bust the fireworks, you think God will stop the rain for us? Bruce? Yes, because we surrendered, and plus more so that Shawan spent a grand. God won't want his fireworks to get duped and this. You understand? So this is how simple my teachings are. Very, very simple. I try to break it down to the simplest form as possible, but people are still in chapter 1. So the last chapter says, and I'm going to stop here, and this is the Creator speaking. Complete, and this is the secret of the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 66. Completely relinquishing all cultures, seek me alone for refuge. I will release you from all sins. Grieve not. How easy is that, Bruce? God is saying, leave all cultures, leave all traditions, simply surrender to me, and I will relieve you of all sins. How easy it is? Yeah, but what Tanya will do? As soon as you go home today, Diwali, she'll follow her grannies and her grandparents. They should make real holy, real sweetmeats. You are making all these. I saw your sweetmeats on There's evidence on social media. That's what Arjuna was saying on the battlefield to Krishna. But. So when Arjuna was confused, when he dropped his weapon, when he was nervous, what did Lord Krishna do? He took him through the 18 chapters of the Bhagavad Gita, and that's my job. You are in chapter 1. What I have to do with you? Take you through 18 chapters of the Bhagavad Gita. At the end of Lord Krishna teaching the 18 chapters of the Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna in 45 minutes. This whole Bhagavad Gita was taught in 45 minutes. Alright? He told Arjuna, I have given you this information, do as you please. What he told Arjuna? I have given you this information, do as you please. He still gave him his freedom, but he gave the information. And many devotees, Jessica, all devotees, Vasan, they always ask me, Guru, you have thousands of devotees. Why are they not still with you? It's because of the Bhagavad Gita. Lord Krishna told Arjuna, I'm giving you this information, do as you please. Similarly, I gave the thousands of devotees this information, and I also told them, do as you. And I'm also telling you, Ryan, do as you. Do as you please, because I told Tanya, I hope I live to see the man you marry, so I can warn him. So I can warn him. But, Ryan, do as you please with this information. Alright? So those gurus that put a gun on you, and pastors put a gun, and Maulanas put a gun on your head and tell you do A, B, C, D, they are all fake and false. Because if God doesn't put a gun on you, then who is a religious or a spiritual leader to put a gun on you? Alright? So remember, he spoke the Bhagavad Gita. He told Arjuna the righteous way of living, but fortunately Arjuna accepted. When he told Arjuna, do as you please, Arjuna fell to his feet and said, Supreme Lord, I accept your teaching. So you have that opportunity. I'm going to take everyone through the 18 chapters of the Bhagavad Gita. If you want to remain in chapter 1, it's up to you. If you want to transcend chapter 18, it's up to you. If you remain in chapter 1, then you remain with your destiny. That means whatever your past life brought gave you, you remain in your destiny. For Guru to change your destiny, you have to surrender to the teachings of the Guru, and only Guru can change your destiny, not God. God gave you your destiny, Guru can change it. And Bruce, I think I explained before, I don't think you got it. So many people think that when Guru says this, then Guru believes is higher than God. Guru is not higher than God. Like the state president of the country, he cannot go into prison and remove any prisoner on his own. But a parole officer can go, who is subject to the conditions of the president, who is employed through the auspices of the president. A parole officer can go into prison and bring out a prisoner. Yes or no, Bruce? Is he greater than the president?
No.
But the president cannot, the minister of correctional services cannot, the commissioner of prisons cannot. But a parole officer who is lower than all of them, he can walk into prison and walk out. So similarly, your destiny has imprisoned you. Everyone is imprisoned by their destiny. Everyone is imprisoned by their destiny. But a guru can put a pause on your destiny and take you from the mode of ignorance or darkness, mode of passion, and bring you to the mode of goodness. You see, Jessica is no longer attached to her husband. She's still attached, but she don't phone him 1,000 times when he's not with her. Remember, they work together and stayed together and traveled to work together. That was Satish's karma. That's a price he had to pay. But now, Satish loves the Guru not because of my knowledge, not because of my powers, not because of who I am. He thought nobody in the world could constrain his wife. No judges, no magistrates, no ministers of justice could constrain his wife. When he found out there's a man that can constrain his wife, the frequency of her mouth opening and closing is almost nil. He said, I have to love this man. That's why Satish is. He is loyal to me because I manage the impossible. Satish really believes, not only Satish, Jessica's brother as well. Denver, there he is sitting. This is a real miracle in these two men's life. You understand? There's a powerful man that stopped the mouth of his wife. Alright? So, Bruce, you need any more information, talk to Satish. Satish is busy, talk to Denver. Okay? This is a miracle. So it works. I'm saying this as a joke, but now husband and wife, they are together, they come and cook at the ashram together, they do everything but not attached. She's not checking on a spy WhatsApp location where he is and all that, like she used to before. You understand? She trusts, she surrenders to the Guru every morning. She sends me a message every morning and I send her the prayer hand. She knows husband is safe in the custody of Guru. So similarly, all of you need to adopt this. It takes a while. It's not an easy thing. Remember, I was an atheist for 30 years. I went and shook many temples, bros. I was sick, and I don't know whether Mataji remembers. One of her sister's mother-in-law in Unit 7, they said I must go to the temple. So when I went to the temple, I was sick. My conductor, I was only in minibus taxi. I don't know whether Mataji drove or my conductor drove. Then I went into the temple and this man had a snake trance. Then he put himself like this. I gave him a samba. Close. Then I rolled with him. Then I sat on top of him and my conductor brought me away. Why are you laughing? Because I asked him a few things. And I want you to ask me, nobody must accept anything I'm doing for you without you making sure that I'm authentic. Without you making sure that I am authentic. So I've been around, I went for practical experiences. How many temples we went to, Sari? 42. We went to 42 temples, churches, and Islamic places. They cut my chest with a razor and they put things in me. They cut the crown of my head and they put things because I was so sick. I just wanted to live. There were times I couldn't breathe. Bruce, I was sick for 20 years in a row. 20 full years. I was sick. And I went to one place, they cut a live rooster on my head. Divashka, they cut a live rooster on my head. And they wanted a white rooster, we couldn't find one. We were driving and driving. We went driving and driving and driving. We couldn't find a white rooster. So we bought a grey one. There used to be a huge bird, bigger than the windscreen of my taxi. And every time the bird appeared, my taxi engine bust. We had a beautiful 7-star home. Latest technology.